Sound like a movie night.
Movie night. Let's watch a movie tonight. Let's watch a movie tonight. Movies are the best out of my eyes. Movie night.
Movie night.
Sounds good.
All right. Welcome back.
And
we are here to review the last 6 episodes of Andor.
That's right.
And I was pleased. I wasn't ecstatic.
Oh, really? I thought it was really good.
Really? I thought it was like, I called it was going to be more political, but also like, I thought there was like 4 really dope scenes. Mm-hmm. But the rest of it, I was up in the air about.
What's dope scene number 1?
Dope scene number 1 was in the first 6 episodes. It was the heist.
Okay.
The heist was
Heist
beast.
was
It
dope.
might be one of the most beast. Heist was beast. Second beast was like, I guess there were some other beasts before the heist. But
Let's do the recap. Then we'll
Prison
talk
Break
about
was beast.
Prison Break was beast. All right, so the first half of Andor ends with the heist being complete and him taking
murders
off.
that guy.
He murders that guy and he takes off. So that's where we leave. Well, episode 7, I also read that this Andor show takes place 5 years before the Rogue One movie.
So do you think there's going to be a season 2? Because I see
do.
a lot of openings.
Lots of openings. I'm like, there's gotta
They're
be.
still after him. His squad got away. His girl, that like, got a little bit of brain bleed.
There was a couple holes, or like stuff that's still. Yeah, there's definitely a season 2.
Oh, did you see the droid? I was like, oh, that's the droid.
B2 emo. What about?
No, not B2 emo.
Oh, the one that chokes him. That happens in episode 7.
Hang.
Yeah, that's great. So he leaves. He leaves after, and he's taking his share, and he's like, "I'm bailing. Y'all can have the rest." And he goes home, and he's like, "Hey, Mom, I'm in trouble. Come with me." She refuses because she's deep into the rebellion.
Potter.
Yeah, Petunia, Aunt Petunia.
You know the other lady that's in
Harry Potter. I called that too. I was like, Taylor,
we
who's
didn't
this?
talk about it.
I don't think we have, but it's Mrs. Fig.
Yeah, she's sitting in the
I can't
chair.
believe you called that.
She's under. I mean, her voice is like so like. She has a very distinct voice.
The guy's mom you're talking about, right? Cyril's mom, the Cyril guy, his mom. Is that
the one that's in the jury?
Oh,
she's sitting there.
Oh, what part is she in?
She's like the 6th movie, and they're like, I saw the Dementor.
No, oh, she's Mrs. Fig.
Yeah,
She's the
she
one
saves
who
them when
gets
they're
Harry.
Dementors.
Yeah.
And then she also gets put on trial for the same thing.
Okay, yeah. All right, I'm caught up.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about one of the people on the jury.
No.
But no, she's definitely in it.
And there's also probably like 10 other people that are also in Harry Potter. 'Cause it seems like they travel in packs.
Yeah,
like,
they always do. It's like someone who's on set just loves Harry Potter and wants to get some Harry Potter people.
I sure do.
So then there's a little flashback we have of Cass's dad. He gets hung, so that's why his mom's like big into the rebellion stuff. Mm-hmm. And his name was Clem, which is what he's going by.
Yeah, but I didn't remember that he got hung.
Yeah, and his mom couldn't even like walk through that part of town.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
I think when she said that, I was thinking that she was talking about Clem as our Clem, but it wasn't.
No,
Clem.
but that's where he got his name. Clem was his stepdad's name. He pays off his debt to Bix, so it shows he's a great guy. And then
he kind of screwed Bix over in the long run.
Well, he didn't know that shit was going to happen. And then, meanwhile, the rebels that he was working with are douche, and they decide that they're going to try and kill Cassian because they don't want him to be able to identify Luthen.
It's the main dude, and then all the other pawns are just
the main dude is named Luthen, played by something Skarsgård, and he's pretty douche.
He's got his plan set in action. No one's gonna hold him up.
Oh yeah,
but Andor is like. From like everyone from the Star Wars series that I have, Cassian Andor, everyone that I've witnessed in the Star Wars series that doesn't have Force, this dude might be the most OP of all of them.
Which one? Luthen?
Cassian.
Oh, Andor? Yeah, he's beast.
Because like, and I know what his like credentials are for like how he defends himself, but he gets himself out of every single situation.
He's just, I guess, a good thief, and he likes to. I guess
beat
he
people
can,
up.
Yeah, he can shoot
he's
pretty
killed
well.
A lot of people.
Yeah. So they decide they're going to try and keep him. Now, meanwhile, her name's like Mon Mothma. She's like the politician lady that's like in the background.
Mon.
So she's hardly tied in too. So there's got to be
I didn't
season
like her
2.
scenes.
Yeah. Well, meanwhile, she like asked her friend Tay to help her out with her money situation.
Was that really? Oh, that was the dude's name.
Dude's name is Tay.
Oh, okay.
That was helping her, and he's like, "I'll help you," because she's trying to launder some money, but she can't really figure out how to not get noticed anymore.
Yeah, but her husband's gambling with all her money, so
That's fake news. She's saying that to help her backstory because she'll douche her husband because she doesn't like him.
so she was like,
That's why he was like, "What are you talking
Yeah,
about?" She's like,
and the
"I know you."
400,000 is
Yeah,
missing.
yeah. She's gonna. She's setting that up. That's definitely what
Wow,
that is.
that's brutal.
She's douching her husband. Then okay, so now Cassian goes by Keith Gergo, and he's escaped to a different planet.
yeah, I love that part.
Why?
I mean, it's just so ridiculous that like 6 people dressed as Keith Gergo run past Keith Gergo, and then get him caught up and everything.
They look the exact same.
They were dressed pretty similar. The people that
Oh,
were
I didn't
running away
notice
from the
that.
droid-
Yeah.
But Keith kept looking like I would have sat down.
Did they mention like a time gap in between that? I mean, he's got a girlfriend, he's got an apartment,
He's doing good.
he's living lavish.
Yeah, but he probably just, I mean, probably a couple of months.
Okay, it doesn't say. So I was just like, okay, I get, but it doesn't seem like it was a huge time jump. So then, like Zach said, these guys like run past him. They're rebels and like they're getting chased by the what's the opposite called? The bad side.
I always for Empire.
The Empire. They're getting chased by the Empire, and then Cassian gets like held up in it, and they're like, this one guy on the Empire was like, hey, tells to a droid, yeah, he's like, hang out right there, and then he leaves, and the droid's like,
hang
him, like misunderstands, and then he starts like choking Cassian.
That was a good laugh.
Yeah.
That was like one of only few good laughs.
So
Always comes from droids.
always the droids. And I think in Rogue One he doesn't like droids, and he has one that looks just like the guy that hangs him. So
did
it's definitely a shout out to
He
that.
had that droid.
At least one like it.
So, but it was his droid. Like he took him onto that ship in Rogue One.
Yeah.
Okay, and also, did he die at the end of Rogue One?
Yeah, I think he's on the Death Star and blows up.
But it's like, so we think he's dead.
Rogue One's the end of it, but there's going to be several episodes of Andor
I
before
don't
Rogue
think
One.
that dude's dead.
Oh, I don't think he's coming back. You know, Rogue One takes place during the very first Star Wars, so even if he's not dead, he's like the same age as Luke. You get
I don't
that,
expect
right?
him to come back for like the 3 movies.
Okay.
The next trilogy. I'm saying like they could do the other part after and then bring the droid into it.
That would
Like,
make for a
oh,
good series. But no, I'm pretty sure they were on the Death Star when it blew
How many
up.
tuck and rolls have you seen? How many people have just like gotten into a escape pod just in
Oh,
time?
I mean,
shot
true,
away?
but I mean, we're talking about a whole.
We're
star.
talking about Cassie and Andor.
Okay, that's a good point.
That's all.
He
I'm
only
saying.
gets
This
more
dude is a
beasts.
survivor. He escaped out of the prison like I don't know. I mean, he escaped out of the prison. He stole that thing that everybody was like, "How'd you get that?" And he was like, "I just went in and took it."
Yeah,
Like we don't know this guy's power level yet.
he's sick. Well, now he's sent to prison, and he goes to this prison that's on like it's an island, and
6 years, and he got hit with some charges that were like out of this.
oh
world.
yeah, he didn't even do anything, and they're like, "You're charged with this. Sentenced him to 6 years. It used to be 6 months, but the
Oh yeah, the lady was like, "Yeah,
Senators
this used to be
really-
a 6-month sentence, but 6 years."
yeah, evidently they were like dialing it in ever since that big bank heist. So he really wrote his own contract. So
And they got sent. I mean, I'm thinking that most of the spots were probably equally as miserable, but they got sent to somewhere pretty freaking miserable.
oh, it sucked. You were barefoot, and they could shock the ground, and all of them were wearing shoes, so they wouldn't get shocked.
12-hour shifts.
Oh yeah, they just worked. What were they making? Something that looked like a metal star.
And look, I imagine it was some type of like
Cog.
just cog. It was just a cog that they needed. For
They were
the
making
Death Star.
they were making cogs,
and they were doing it like
I thought they were going to explain the cogs, but at one point it's like,
Machines.
you know that whatever we're making here is really important. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, you guys really need.
I bet.
They probably made 1,000 cogs a day.
Thousands.
Yeah.
I bet like one of the groups made like 12-hour shifts. They're making them like in 5 minutes, 5
Yeah.
minutes, 60 minutes. So, 12 an hour, 12 an hour.
So the head
That's
of
144 per table.
the head of Andor's shift is Keno Lloyd, played by Andy Serkis. I had to look up this guy's name, but he is probably like the most talented actor of all time.
Oh, you mean Schmeagol?
Schmeagol. I love that guy.
I loved him a lot in this one too.
Yeah, he's awesome in this. He's Smeagol. He's
Gollum.
Gollum and Schmeagol. He's
Metal Arm guy in Black Panther.
Yeah, all Marvel. He's in several movies.
And I feel like we're missing a lot of the ones.
He's the monkey from Planet of the Apes.
Oh yeah, that's a good one to say.
Yeah.
Caesar.
He plays all kinds of cool shit, and he always does great voices.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to him and Schmeagol though.
Yo, you know who else he is? This isn't his first time in Star Wars. Do you know who else he plays?
Yoda.
No.
Ewok.
Do you know General Snoke from like the new trilogy?
Ugh.
He's that guy.
Yeah.
He plays him.
Yeah, I didn't like that guy.
Well, he did a great job.
Yeah. I did not like him because it was that actor.
I only know some of this stuff because I was reading a recap, writing it. But one of the guys in his group where he makes, and it's the guy who survives, obviously.
Where he makes
makes cogs. His making cog group.
Yeah.
That guy, one of those guys, is in Rogue One.
Oh yeah.
So they team back up.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Is it like the guy that he makes it the furthest with? It's like the people need to know, and then they're like,
I'm assuming that they're the only two people who live.
really?
Yeah.
Well,
we'll get to that, but I got something to say.
Schmeagol's so dumb.
Yeah, that's what I had to
So
say. So basically, then we get into Saul Guerrera. He's in Rogue One, the black dude played by Forrest Whitaker. And he's in that, and he meets up with the Luthen guy.
I really don't remember very much about that movie, but I remember like him being involved with an octopus. Wasn't there like a he?
What
had,
do you
like,
mean?
an evil octopus?
Oh yeah, he would zick that on people.
Yeah.
Like, hey, make him tell the truth, and the guy's like, I'm telling the truth, but he's nuts, I think, and he's
Yeah,
like, no, you're not.
seems to
Zick
go-
the evil octopus on him. You're
Yeah.
right. He did have one of those.
That's like the main thing I remember from Rogue One.
They were saying words, and I would get confused, so I just had to write this down. Aldani heist is the robbery, and Axis is the Luthen guy. They kept on saying Axis, and I was like, what?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know either.
Yeah, so I was just like, I'm assuming it's him.
The political part was, I mean, sometimes they're just saying like words and they're like trying to sound spacey, and it just is like crazy. And like, what year is it in Star Wars? Because like some things they're like ahead of us, like by just decades, and then in other ways they're like behind us in like ways.
What do you mean?
I mean, like they got spaceships, but then like
No cell
it
phones.
seemed like there's no cell phone. And then that dude was FaceTiming that other guy, and they had bad reception. I get it might be from like a galaxy away, but still, we should have had this figured out. What year is it? Also, it seemed like those two girls were lesbians.
They totally were.
Totally lesbians, but it also seemed like they were hiding it.
Well, they probably. So you're saying like.
What year is it?
You can go light speed, but girls can't kiss a girl.
Yeah, I thought we were all cool with girls kissing girls.
You guys must take a step back in the near future.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
All right. Well, then, do you find Cassian's like going to the bathroom and he's filing down this water pipe, and you're like, that's gonna be
take a
important. Yeah. And so Cassian asks Keno, that's the Andy Serkis guy, he's like, how many guards are on each floor? And
Back on the line.
yeah, and he's like not that chill. He doesn't have
Well, 'cause
very
he's
much
like, you know, I
time
got
left. He's like,
200
get it
200
together.
left.
Yeah, he's like, I just
Less
want
than a
to
year.
get out of here. So he's like, I got less than a year. You can
And he's
F
like,
off.
nobody's listening, bro. They don't care about us.
Yeah, and then they had this old man on their line, Olaf, and he starts to look rough in episode
Man,
9. You're like, ooh.
Olaf when it starts getting hot outside.
Yeah, but he looks just like him.
Yeah, it was melting, bro.
So then there's all the prisoners are like, something's going on. There's like all this, talk around town, and they're like,
'cause
what's
they're like-
happening?
The sign language they were doing from like 500 feet away.
I was
They're like,
squinting.
something happened on aisle 2, and I'm like, holy shit! How do we know
Yeah,
that?
so they would like sign language across the pond, and they could tell like something happened on floor 2. And
it was bad news.
yeah, come to find out, they had like shocked all of floor 2. That's the word on the street.
Some dude's sentence was up in floor 2, and then they took him, put him in floor 4.
Oh
And
yeah,
he was like, I just came from floor 2. My sentence was up. This is bullshit. So
Yeah.
then they fried floor 4, I believe, and floor 2. 2 floors just to cover up the murder.
Yeah. So this doctor came and had to euthanize the Olaf guy.
Oh, yeah.
And he's the one who told him all that. And he's like, oh, yeah, this
getting
guy,
out of here.
normally they'll like, once the guy's sentence up, they'll move him to another prison and just make a slave of him there. But instead, they accidentally sent him back to the same prison. And so people got kind of pissed off about that.
Oh.
So like,
Man,
your sentence was
mess
up, and they would just move you to another prison. You were never getting out of prison. You're going to another one.
What a jerk.
So when they sent him back, the whole floor is rioting, and then they just shock and kill them all to end the story.
But the story does not end there, because we know.
So then Kino,
They
Andor,
replace everyone that dies. So somebody died on the line, which was Igor. That's not his name.
Olaf.
So Olaf dies, and then they're like, okay, well, they're about to replace him tomorrow. This is our one and only chance. It's now or never.
Well, I thought the scene was cool after the doctor tells him. So Andor asked Kino, he's like, how many guards? He's like, back on the line. And then when
no more than 12.
Yeah, when the doctor killed him and told him that information, he's like, no more than 12. And he's pissed off, and you can tell, like, oh, they're all in on the escape plan now because there's no way out.
Yeah. And then you made a wiki good speech.
Oh, yeah, he did a great speech. So then the next...
I'm Ivor Vagor.
So then they send in a new guy, and that's when they have an opportunity to attack, and Cassian finally breaks through that water line, which shorts the electrical ground.
Broke through it. I mean, like, he didn't even really have to do the saw part.
Oh, you think he could have just, like, shooken it to death and beaten it up a little?
Well, he had that bar, yeah. I think he could have just bent it with the bar.
Yeah.
But, I mean, hey, I'm not
worked.
sure. I don't know how to cut through metal.
So these guys, they get their prison break, you know, they get the floor not to work, and they're beating up these guys, and now they're getting all the prisoners in on it, and they get to, like, the main control panel, and that's where Kino gives the speech, and it's getting all the prisoners riled up and going, and they're like, we've taken...
And Cassian's like, he said, like, I am the area manager of floor 5. And then Cassian's like, is that it?
Oh, yeah. Then
Is that all you have? And then he just keeps getting more and more until he, like, is full Caesar.
Yeah, then he's getting hype. It's beast.
Rise up! Climb until you cannot climb any further.
That's pretty
If you
good.
can't swim.
Oh, I mean, so then they're on this island. That's the main thing.
Which they all, like, drove a boat to, or probably
They had to have known. I don't think he didn't know. I think he knew what he was getting himself into the whole time.
Oh.
And it was like, you guys escape. This is where my rope ends.
Nuh-uh.
So anyways, they're like, the only way, this is one way out is what they keep chanting. And then they go and they have to jump off this island prison into the ocean and swim away. And they all start jumping off, and then Kino looks at Andor and is like, I can't swim. And then Andor gets pushed off.
Yeah, you think he would have, like, tried to swim with him if he didn't get pushed off?
Waited with him?
No, like,
Oh, hold him on his back?
swim with one arm.
Oh, no. He would have died.
What do you think is the best way to swim with another person? Because what I'm thinking is if I was
They
in
hold
that
your back.
situation, I was thinking he holds, like, my waist.
Yeah.
And then he kicks and I paddle.
Yeah,
So
that-
we're a 10-foot man.
Oh, no, then he should just hold on to your feet. And
Well,
then
then
you
that
guys
makes
are
us a 12-foot man.
even taller.
The butterfly that we could do if
I-
we got on the right rhythm.
I think... So, the guy didn't know how to swim, and now his prison break was over after he basically did the whole thing.
I think if you're an adult,
You gotta know how to swim.
no, not even that. A lot of adults are scared to swim for some reason. I think it's insane. But also,
Wait, what is that even... I've never heard adults being scared to swim. in
there's
my life.
adults out there that are scared to swim. That's a fact.
Expound on that.
I don't need to. It's just a fact. Regardless, so I think if you're an adult, it should take about 5 minutes to teach an adult how to swim.
Oh, easy. I don't even know
I
how...
don't even think you have to get in the water.
Dogs do it without learning it. I don't
No,
understand.
you throw a dog in the water.
And
it's
you
like,
just swim.
dog-
I don't understand how you don't know how to swim.
I know.
It's easier than... Like, I just feel like it's all...
I would say, listen, when you get in the water, don't panic.
Yeah,
Also-
that's rule number one.
Also, breaststroke is the only swimming method you need to know. Nobody
Yeah.
does freestyle, like, across the pool when you're
Now, if
swimming.
you're going to make that escape, you got to do freestyle.
I was going to say breaststroke the whole way through.
That's way slower.
Also, I would be 6 feet underwater because, like, they were jumping on top of each other. I feel like people are going to get
Right out the gate, I'm deep
I'm
diving.
breaststroke about
Oh.
8 feet under the water.
Oh, yeah.
Poking up my head for air, back down into the water.
Uh-huh.
Easy.
Oh, yeah. As soon as I get in there, I'm bailing, like, as fast as I can, out of the way.
Oh, lefts or rights?
Or maybe just forward. I just don't want to get jumped on.
Oh man, I'd have to be like the first or last to go. Actually, definitely not the first. What if it was like boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
and someone's just getting kicked down further?
Listen,
Ooh.
if you don't know how to swim, you gotta learn.
You gotta
like
learn.
right now. I mean, what if
you were in that situation?
Yeah, what if you got put in prison? You know, this guy probably got put in prison. He didn't
Azkaban.
deserve it. And then, you have to escape by swimming. Or what
That
if you're
happens.
on a boat and it sinks and you die because you're an idiot?
Also, me as a person that knows how to swim, I got about 10 extra minutes on a person that doesn't know how to swim. Because, like, if a boat goes down in the middle of the ocean, I can only tread water for about 10, 15 minutes.
I think you could do a casual backstroke for a while.
Okay, well,
to relax.
Dad used to tread water for an hour.
You could float
I
on
don't
your
think I would
back
do
and
that.
then slowly, take
Yeah.
it easy, a little sideways.
Look like a
act.
seal.
Yeah. Oh, you're
Then you get devoured. Yeah, they just drown.
seals don't backstroke.
Yeah, but they got the weird arms.
Ah,
and they
true.
just
That
on
would
their
help.
back.
So
Oof.
then at the end, it shows
I'd
Cassian
rather
and
drown
his.
than get eaten by a shark.
I'd much rather get eaten by a shark. They both sound miserable, but one sounds a lot cooler.
I guess.
At least you're feeding the ecosystem.
Yeah, you just like sharks. I forgot.
I think it would be pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
But then Cassian and his buddy are the only ones who make it ashore.
And
And
then he's like, people will have to know about this day.
yeah, so
They must
they
learn
want
and
people to
then
know
they
that
split
they're in prison and they're never getting out and for horseshit reasons, and the Empire sucks.
But also, that whole place should have like fallen apart at this point. They're not going to just like I mean, they'll find him eventually, but they don't have 5,000 prisoners to put that stuff back
Oh yeah,
together.
their cogs are screwed.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be a couple weeks behind on the cogs.
Mm-hmm.
So what was that, episode 5 or 6?
Well, we're like on the back end. I think we're done with 9.
Oh yeah, well
Oh, okay, so, Mon Mothma, the politician lady,
Mothma.
and Vel, she was one of the ones in the original heist. They turned out to be cousins.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was
I didn't know
interesting.
she was a spoiled person.
Oh, meanwhile, Bix is captured, his friend back at home, and
She's just got brain bleed now.
they torture her by playing sounds of little kids dying.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, I thought that's what they said, and then I read about it too. They give her little kids' death cries, and they're just on repeat.
Until they go bonkers.
That's how that girl went bonkers.
I thought it was like a group of people, like a race of people that just had like a scary cry, like the mermaids and
Oh, I don't think so. But
Harry Potter movie.
They said
The egg.
I'm pretty sure it was their death cries.
That's disgusting.
I know. So she just listens to kids die that the Empire killed.
Nuh-uh, they kept it just on record. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's called being evil.
I feel like it would just like, she went full bonks. I don't know what that
They
would
played
happen.
kids dying in her head for days or whatever.
Days. They said it didn't take that long, and she started screaming after like 30 seconds.
Okay, then maybe you're a little right. Maybe they have like a special death cry, but they were.
I don't know. I'm not insensitive to kids dying. It would mess me up too. But I'm saying that like, I think I'd just be like emotionless by the end of that.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't think I would be insane. But you leave me in a all white room, that makes you insane.
is that just being in all white?
I don't know. I mean, like
People
something
paint
about-
their house all white. I feel like.
True. Some people like really white rooms. Maybe it's a straight jacket. Mm-hmm. I'm also just a carefree guy, like Mr. Keith said.
So yeah. So Mon Mothma's friend Tay wants her to meet with his sketch financer Davos Skolden to help her with her money laundering. That's what's going on in the elsewhere. And then the ISB is starting to put together that Andor was in on that Aldani heist. Up until now, they only didn't like him because he killed those 2 people.
Yeah.
And they found out he was in contact with Luthen, a.k.a. Axis. Mm-hmm. And then they have a trapped plan for this guy named Anton Krieger, who's on the Rebels. And
I don't remember that guy.
we never met him.
Okay.
The Luthen guy goes to the Saul Guerrero guy, and he's like, he wants him to work with him. But I don't think we ever had a face with a name. He never really existed.
So we can throw him under the bus without.
Yeah, and then that Cyril guy, that was the Empire worker who got banned at the beginning. He's like in love with that other Empire worker,
yeah.
Deidre, and he's like
Yeah.
trying to get back in.
Well, he already kind of got back in at the end.
What did he? Oh yeah, well
He
at the
was
very
like,
end he saves her.
You were in trouble.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, I should be mad, but I'm not."
Oh, and then the Luthen guy has a secret agent at ISB the whole time, and
He's got secret agents everywhere.
and he's
just
like,
got
I
people-
want out, so I'm gonna tell you about this plan the Empire has to kill Krieger and his 30 dudes. Remember
Who
that
did that?
that redhead guy with the mustache, and he's young, and he's gets on that elevator, and he's talking in the earpiece to Luthen, and he's like, hey,
Oh,
they have
yeah.
a plan. He's like, I just had a daughter. I need my family to be safe. I can't be a double agent anymore. I can't. The stress is killing me.
But Luthen was like, "Yeah,
You're-
but you're gonna be a double
Yeah,
agent."
you're locked in, bro. Where are you gonna go?
He's
And
like, "Yeah, but what do you sacrifice?" And he was like, "Oh, how about
everything,
every single
forever.
thing.
I don't
Always.
love.
This
I
is-
don't care. I know I'm never gonna see the end of the Empire, but I'm getting
I'm gonna
this
try
shit
my
started.
bestest."
Yeah. So he's like, you're locked in. Anyways, that double agent tells Luthen about that, and then he decides it would be best to let that Krieger guy just die, so that people don't know that he has a secret agent on the inside. Okay, now we're on episode 11. So Andor and his pal get off the beach. Those guys who they run up on.
That was the most confused I was about the whole
Yeah,
entire show.
even when I read it, they don't even really explain it.
I was
well.
like, "Oh, so they're
got-
about to get murdered."
Yeah.
they were like,
Those
"We
guys-
know slime person, they all die," and I'm like, "Oh, they're
those
about to
guys
kill 'em."
look hilarious though.
They were so goofy,
They were like
frog people.
not that tall, but like super big.
Yeah, it was weird because I thought they were in danger the whole entire time.
Oh
And
yeah,
they're
so
like, "Oh, you're
Andor
gonna
and his
steal my
buddy are
ship?"
going to steal their ship, and these like freaky looking dudes catch
With
them.
these disgusting
slime
looking
nets,
Oh,
yeah.
it made me want to puke.
They looked like they could be made out of male seed or
Oh,
something.
dude, that's what I thought too, but I just
They were gross.
no.
Yeah.
But anyway, so then they're complaining to these guys, and Andor really does not say a lot to get him out of the
No,
situation.
so they were.
He's like, "Hey, we're cool," and then they're like, "Empire, bad."
You could tell that they were escaped from prison. So these guys are like, "Oh, we'll give them the Empire for the bounty," and then they're like, "Well, actually, the Empire screwed up our water with that prison. So where would you guys like to go?"
Oh yeah, and then they're like, "Yeah, now we're a taxi service. Where are we headed?" And I'm like, "Oh, they didn't just release him. Like,
They didn't even ask for payment. They
No,
like
they're
took
like-
them where they wanted to go. Yeah, that part didn't make much sense. Probably could have been.
I
about
didn't
that.
even comprehend what they had said. You got to like.
No, I had to read the thing.
Oh, because it was
That part was super
it
confusing
was
to me.
like,
I'm like,
water, bad.
I kind of understood that the prison was messing up the water, but those guys were weird. They didn't belong.
Yeah, it was weird.
So they
But I feel
take
like
him.
the shortcuts like that. I don't like.
What was that?
That just got them to the next stage.
Yeah, yeah, they did- they
and that
should've
was
just-
a super like shortcut. They could have just found a ship that was
They
unoccupied.
could have just stole the ship.
I would have been fine with that.
Yeah.
I would have rather them stole the ship and had no.
Convos with those guys.
No,
It
'cause
didn't
it
make
was
sense. They
super
caught
weird.
him and they were like, "All right, let's take you
All
where
right,
you
where
want
do
to
we
go."
gotta go?
So they end up going back to where Andor left his money, where he was right after he left his house.
Oh yeah, and there were like people sleeping in there, and he was just like, if somebody walked through my bedroom into my bathroom, stood on my shower, and then walked past me to leave, I'm waking up.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh please, with my
You're
intact
light-
senses,
you're-
I'm a light sleeper when it counts. I'm a heavy sleeper all the other time.
When it counts.
Nobody's tried to rob me yet.
Ugh.
I'd be up.
So Andor's mom, Marva, dies.
Which, like, I feel like I missed something, but also it's like she just died.
She was look sick for like a couple episodes.
Yeah, but they didn't like explain it.
And
but
then
her speech was
she
beast.
probably was also bummed the rebellion wasn't going anywhere and her son was gone.
Yeah, bum. You start retiring. That's when they get you.
And then in her planet, they would turn you into a brick with your ashes,
Which I thought was beast.
That was beast.
And then that dude uses her ash brick to like knock. The
Oh,
dude
that
over
was
the head.
beast.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know how I felt about it at first, and I was like, that's exactly
That
how
she would want
wanna
it.
go.
Yeah. So then they're like wanting a funeral permit because they have to like march all through the city, and then Deidre, the lady at the IBS, is like, give it to him so we can try and get Andor to come back home.
But then there were like max 40 people at the funeral, and there was like
1,000,000.
1,000.
The funeral
Yeah.
was beast.
It was so beast, and I
Yeah.
love the flutes. Shout out to the people who play like the drums or the flutes in a war scene, because you can
Oh,
tell
you're-
tensions were high. And they're at the base.
And they aren't missing a note, not a beat.
Yeah, and then like they stop and like you think that's where they're gonna stop, and then it's like it was just for like the beat to drop. And
That's
Star
when it
Wars
really
time, and it was
hit.
like,
Yeah, the flute. That
shit
song was
crazy.
sick.
Yeah, it was
so
beast.
they get this funeral permit. They're trying to get Andor in there.
You know that kid's got a pipe bomb in his back.
Oh yeah. So do you know that kid? Remember when what Bix was taken and that guy's like, I'd like to hang the other guy.
Yeah, that was his dad.
I didn't know that.
I did.
Okay.
So well, I knew Bix screwed over that dude hard.
What happened? How did that happen?
Because Bix was like, come on, just one more time. I gotta use the radio, and then she uses the radio,
And that's how
they
they trap her.
Bing! And then they locate the radio to this guy. They grab him, torture him. They probably even put him with the kids crying twice. Because
Yeah.
they were like, once you go in the second time.
And then the guy's like, what should I do with them? And she's like, I don't know, whatever you want. He's like, I would really like to hang them.
Yeah, he's
Please,
like,
let me.
I'd really like to set an example with
I'd
this
like to
one.
hang them. I'm like, geez, Louise, dude.
He's like, yeah, this example needs to be set. If we can't kill Bix, we gotta kill this guy.
So everyone is like coming into town. Even that Cyril guy.
Even
He's
Santa Claus.
The fat guy tells Cyril that Cassian's mom died, so he should get over there in case he shows up.
I did love how everybody showed up.
You didn't love that?
I loved it.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
now
that was
everyone's on the same place, Andor's home planet, and now we're on the last episode. And then I wrote Wilmon Paxson, the hung guy, makes the bomb. So this kid's like making a bomb. You're like, oh shit's about to get
He
real.
was pissed.
Because like they got the Empire's just
Dad just got hung.
taking over their town. Dad got hung.
He obviously knows how to make a bomb.
And that's clutch. Like if your dad got hung and these guys are at your town, you want to beat them up.
If you can make a bomb, that's beast.
Yeah, that's gonna
And
be
he
a
made
big
a really
head
beast
start.
bomb.
Oh
And he
yeah.
also threw it in a beast spot because
Oh my god! I
like
thought they were like the guy looked at it, I was like, oh shit, they're gonna throw it back, but no, perfect.
32
throw.
grenades right
Oh
beside
yeah,
it too.
and he blew up grenades.
Yeah.
It was a perfect bomb throw.
Oh
So
my goodness.
this episode is basically the lady's funeral, like we were saying. They only had a permit to have 40 people. Everyone's coming out of the streets. Evidently, she was like some sort of legend around town.
I mean, she was
She was in a
the leader of the
sisters.
delinquents.
What are they
Yeah,
called?
I forget.
The daughters of Felix.
Yeah, it was
Whatever
Finnick.
whatever the place was called.
Yeah.
And so they
Felix.
come out, and she's like, the B2 emo, the droid,
B2 emo.
played this like
Hologram.
hologram
Oh,
of her
so
giant,
beast.
and she gives them just.
That's how you knew. That's when you knew it was going to
Oh
start.
yeah, because she was already talking about how wanted to rebel,
And everyone's looking up with just tense faces.
Oh, and then she gives a speech that's like,
If I
kill
were part of
these
the Empire,
bastards.
bro, like the second she was like,
As soon as she started,
and
I'm
then
turning that
these
shit off.
scrubs, I would have been like,
Turn it, cut.
We're done.
Cut the tape. Cut the
but
tape.
they let it go
Way too late.
long.
Way
A minute
too late.
long.
Oh my god, she's absolutely given just an arousing speech, and they're playing just flutes, and the bell tower sounds beast. I mean, everyone's just
The
popping
bell
off.
tower was beast,
This is
and
the
then they're
best
like,
scene. This
oh,
is why
yeah.
I was like, this got better. I thought the second half was better than the first half because this scene was pretty cool.
Yeah, but there was only like 4 or 5 of those scenes, and then the rest of it was kind of slow.
I thought there was more of those scenes in the second half, and I mean, how many scenes
There
do you
was
need?
more of those scenes
The
in the
prison
second half.
break. I actually thought like a lot of the prison stuff was cool, even before.
I like the
break.
prison stuff. I would have rather dove deeper into the prison stuff than the.
How much longer could we have been in the prison where they're
True,
just
'cause
making
they don't do a
cogs?
lot of
I think
work.
they probably stayed there just the right amount of time.
That's true.
I thought the show was really good.
But from escape to jumping out into the water, maybe they do something in between that little spot. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if there's more prisoners who lived, what happens to the prison now? I'd love to see what happens to Schmeagol. Love that
Schmeagol.
guy.
Yeah, he's beast.
I love that guy. We'd love to have you on the pod.
Yeah, hop on the pod.
Oh, also
We'll
during
make you
this,
famous.
they play Nemec's Manifesto, which really was nothing. I mean, remember that? So remember at the end of episode 6, that guy who died by getting squished by the credits?
No.
Nemec? Yeah, you do. We both laughed our dickens off about it. So at the end of the first half, when they escape the thing, and the kid is in the aircraft, and he gets
Oh,
smushed
I
to
thought
death.
you meant like, dun 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 dun, like the credits, like.
No,
no. I'm like
credits. Credits like
Oh yeah,
dollars.
yeah. I
And-
mean that kid, you could tell by his face that he was a dead man.
Yeah,
I
dead
just
man
didn't think he
walking.
would go out so sad, and he went out super sad.
So, anyways, he dies, and the girl gives Andor his manifesto. And in the last episode, they play it. You don't remember that? It's playing in the background.
Yeah.
He plays it, and it's nothing. It's just like stand up and fight.
Nuh-uh.
I mean, it just wasn't like anything like.
It wasn't like, yo,
Here's the plan.
This is the details.
Yeah, like we need to go.
These are the families you need to know.
I would say that was a little bit underwhelming. Like her speech was way better. I didn't really understand.
Her speech was beast.
Yeah.
And then they try and cover up B2 Emo, classic name. They
Yeah.
try and cover her up at the last second when her speech is over.
You can
they're
never
like,
be
oh,
too
we
emo.
could turn it. Yeah, yeah, right. This day and age. So this dude like throws a blanket over B2 Emo, and then it just like only leaves her face, and she's like, "Attack the Empire now!" And things go crazy. The kid lights the bomb, throws it on
Perfectly.
60 grenades.
I mean, he creams everything perfect. Even he threw it better than you could even imagine. Bix is in that prison, and she's like not wanting to leave, and he blows up the prison. She's like, "All right, I guess we got to get out of here."
That's true. She was like, "No, they'll be mad." Then it blew up, and she was like, oh, "Okay, I guess they're gonna be matter about that."
During the riot, that Cyril guy saves Deidre, so he should be good to go back into the Empire if he likes.
Who's Cyrus? Oh yeah. I don't like that guy.
I can't tell if we're supposed to like him.
We're supposed to hate him for sure.
He doesn't seem that bad. He like
seems weird.
he's weird, but he like seems like he has good intentions.
He just wants what's best for the Empire.
I mean, he definitely is bad, but I feel like
I think we need him on the Allies side.
yeah. He would be a really good ally.
Yeah,
Because he'll give you everything he's got.
he gave you 110%. He really went Cassian, and Cassian Andor killed 2 cops in this guy's eyes.
Oh, and he's absolutely blasting people during this scene too. He's saving Biggs, jump shot. He jumps the
Cassian?
sun. Yeah,
He's a beast.
Shoots that guy.
He does. He knows how to do everything he needs to do.
Yeah,
And I don't remember him being that beast before.
he grew up like a little Indian kid. With a spear and stuff.
Yeah,
and then he
true.
got adopted.
If you can kill a
Live
squirrel
like-
with
yeah.
the spear,
then you're set, Chief.
here's a gun, brother.
This will be much easier.
Just point and shoot.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, no wonder we were wiped out.
So then, Mon's daughter gets introduced to that kid of the bad finance guy.
Oh, yeah, that
so
was
they're
just
totally
a
going to
split
get married.
Yeah, because the daughter is like really into the. She really likes the ways. Like
The
she's
ways
cool
of-
with the 15. She's like, oh, married at 15. Like that's what I gotta do. That's
That's
the ways.
fine. That's cool. And then Andor helps Bix and his friends off the planet, and then he goes and finds Luthen because he saw him there, and he's like, "You were trying to kill me, weren't
I
you?"
knew Andor was gonna be there. Though.
Sneaks up on him. Oh yeah.
I was like, oh,
Yeah, so he sneaks up on him. He's like, you came here to kill me, didn't you? And he's like, yeah, but you make it pretty tough. And he goes, well, I'm not making it tough now. Go right ahead. And
Kill
gives
me.
him a gun. And I was like, why is he doing that? What was the point of that?
classic power move.
Yeah, like, you're not going to kill me. Kill me.
No, he was like, either kill me or let's end this right now.
He said, kill me or take me in. Did he mean take him into, like, the Empire? Or take him in, like, hey, let's be pals and, like, hang out together?
Or like really like adopt me practically.
Yeah.
Like, make
My
me-
mom died. My dad died. I'm 35 years old with no parents.
I need a father figure.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I don't think he was like I don't think he would have said turn me.
no, I
in.
think you mean takes him in like they're about
Yeah.
to start working together.
Yeah,
Totally.
same. Because how does he get to Rogue One without that guy?
Yeah, and that's the end. But you mentioned, Mon gets onto her husband for gambling. I was like, that's fake. She's definitely like setting up a backstory, like, oh, this is where my money
did
went.
it.
My piece of shit husband's gambling again.
Man, gamble once. You make one bad bet and then you're just on the hook for forever.
Yeah, she got him.
Keep that in mind, people.
I will rate this an 8.7.
8.4.
Okay, that's an average of 8.55.
5. I think that's fair.
Very fair. I think it's the best thing Star Wars has ever made.
Trying to think of something different.
You like Mandalorian?
I did like Mandalorian. Like maybe the first season of Mandalorian was better, but I'm not sure. But okay, here's my time to shine.
Dun dun
I
dun.
I thought of 2 games today.
Okay, love it.
The first one, the title of this game is called Star Wars.
Oh, that's a great name. I wonder if that's got copyright or anything. It's just called Star Wars?
Yeah, that's the name of the game.
Okay.
So who would win in this fight? Leonardo DiCaprio or Brad Pitt?
Are they Star Wars? Oh, that's Brad Pitt.
I was
Easy
thinking Brad
peasy.
Pitt as well.
Fight Club. He's shredded. Leo's like a tub of goo.
Tub of goo now. Maybe I don't.
I
wanna
don't
do
feel like he's
crimes
ever
for all
cared
these
to be
people.
like shredded or jacked or anything.
He was
He's
just
just like, I'm pretty
naturally handsome.
handsome. I'll just
Yeah.
ride off those coattails.
All right, yeah.
Is that
Get on it, Leo. No, I got like 8 more.
okay? I'll get
Arnold Schwartz or Sylvester Stallone?
Let me go next.
Oh, you have.
I'll go with Sly Stallone.
No, I'm definitely going Schwartz on that.
He's
one.
much stronger, but
I think Schwartz is also like 6'4" compared to Stallone's like 5'8", maybe.
are they that much different?
I think Stallone's small.
Okay.
But I don't know. All right, you think of one.
Well, he was a boxer. I've already thought of one.
All right, go for it.
All right, Peter Dinklage. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Or Danny DeVito.
I got a Danny DeVito.
I'd go Peter Dinklage. Have you seen? He's
No, I'm saying I have a Danny DeVito.
Oh, who do you got Danny DeVito fighting?
Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci.
Yeah, Joe Pesci.
He's
wins.
always a gangster.
And I think Dinklage wins just off of stoutness.
Yeah, he's also
he get low.
he's the midget and elf. You know, he's an angry elf. So he
Oh, when he takes off
and
over the.
yeah, he looks like he could fight. I mean, Danny DeVito.
That was like 15 years
He's
ago.
just a
Danny
regular
DeVito's
short
like
guy,
82.
and he's old.
He's also like Peter Dinklage is like the perfect fullback,
Uh-huh.
and Danny DeVito is just small in the wrong places.
Okay, here's
He's
one.
also very old.
Real fight. Okay, you'll understand what I mean by that in a second. Dave Bautista or John Cena? Real fight.
Dave Bautista.
Yeah, he seems like he could.
He
He could
seems like he
slam.
might have some Samoan in him or something.
Oh yeah, and you don't want to mess with the Samoan.
No, but he also could be like Filipino or because actually, what is Manny Pacquiao? Filipino?
Oh yeah, so I don't think he can be the same.
I think they're the same.
Oh, they are because they were
He was
friends.
like,
he
was
covered
like,
his
yeah,
tattoo.
I have a team, and
Yeah.
then Manny Pacquiao. I don't remember what he said.
He
but
evidently
it was about like
gay stuff.
homosexuality.
It's
yeah.
like, and you know, Dave Bautista has 2 lesbian moms.
Yeah, I heard him say that in that one video.
That's how you turn out.
If
Pretty
you have
jacked.
one lesbian mom, it's pretty safe to say you got another one. Hanging around somewhere.
And if you have 2 lesbian moms, you're gonna turn out pretty jacked.
Yeah.
For guys probably all work out together.
That is a recipe for a WWE athlete.
Yeah,
But I like Dave Bautista. He's
so
really
he's
good.
not Samoan, but you don't want to mess with Samoans. The Rock is Samoan. You know what you
Don't
do
wanna
want to
mess
mess
with
with? Samoas. It's Girl Scout cookie
Oh,
season.
delicious. Give me those. All right.
Man, this
here's
is a
good
great
one.
game. All right.
Neil deGrasse Tyson versus James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones.
Why'd you pick them? Because they look alike?
They seem like very similar builds.
I think James Earl Jones is really old.
Yeah, I think they.
Neil deGrasse,
Neil
is going to
deGrasse
have to
wins.
kick his Neil
Yeah.
ass.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. All right.
All
Sam L versus Denzel. I got Denzel, on this
Denzel,
one.
easy peas. Easy peas.
Sam L seems a little bit older, but I think they could be closer in age than we give them. But also, you just got to give it to Denzel every time when you can.
Paul Rudd or...
Mark Ruffalo.
Oh, that's a great matchup.
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. Mark Ruffalo seems
Ruffalo's
like a
the biggest
puss.
puss.
Yeah, he seems like a huge puss.
I think it would be like Mark Ruffalo versus Peter Dinklage. Like that seems like the matchup.
That's a tough
you'd give
fight.
Mark- I don't know who it would.
I'd take Dinklage.
Oh my gosh, Ruffalo is so just sophalo.
Yeah. I mean,
He's ruining
my
my Hulk.
They had to CGI him in the Marvel movies. No one
Yeah.
else gets that CGI.
Yeah, true.
Everyone else is jacked.
All right, Jessica Biel or Angelina Jolie?
Jessica Biel. That's Justin Timberlake's wife.
Yeah, she.
Oh, she looks like she can kick ass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Angelina-
Jessica Biel.
Yeah, I think it'd be. Biel,
Angelina
too.
does not seem
They're the same stats though. They're both 5'7".
same stats.
I looked it up. Me and Hudson were talking about this before.
Man, I'm gonna have to look up famous people and give you some.
Whoopi Goldberg or Queen Latifah?
Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Stomp her ass.
Slomped and stomped.
Stomped. I mean, she would be absolutely creamed.
All right, we got Harrison Ford or Robert De Niro.
Harrison Ford.
I might give it to De Niro.
De Niro.
I think Harrison Ford's 1 year older.
Uh-huh.
De Niro, he's been in a lot.
Harrison
of Italian
Ford
movies.
has been in like 6 plane crashes.
Really? Why?
I think he flies planes and he sucks at it. I'm telling you, I swear, like in the news, like every other year, it's like Harrison Ford crashes plane.
Sorry. How is he not dying?
He's that beast. He's
That's true.
Indiana Jones. He's Han Solo.
Here's a good one, and
Burger.
this is my last one.
He's Han Solo.
Here's a good one, and
Burger.
this is my last one. Unless
Okay.
you want to play longer with yours. Kevin Hart or Daniel Radcliffe?
Kevin Hart.
I give it to Kevin Hart too. Kevin Hart's got like boxing background at this point.
I want to find like a list of people who can cream.
With similar stats. Come on, it's not that tough. Just think of one person, think of the other.
Okay.
Adam Sandler,
Or
Will Ferrell.
Adam Sandler. Yeah. Will Ferrell or Jack Black?
Jack Black.
Wow, why do you think Will Ferrell's so puss?
What's the age difference? I
Those
feel
guys seem like they're around
the
the same.
age. Jack Black got like old fast though.
Yeah.
And like sometimes he looks
Jim
old.
Carrey or Ben Stiller?
Ben Stiller.
Wow, over Jim Carrey. I feel like he's like
Jim
6'5".
Carrey's a nut job.
Yeah.
But also I feel like Ben Stiller is always like you always see Ben Stiller in like the Dodgeball movie or something, and you're like, why is that dude shockingly jacked? Ben Stiller always seems
Ben Stiller's
shockingly
jacked?
jacked.
Oh, I forgot about him in Dodgeball. I didn't even think about
Shockingly jacked in Dodgeball. What's the? I mean, dude's just shockingly jacked.
that. What
for a
else?
comedian.
Do you think he
Zoolander.
is like that's his body in Dodgeball?
No, not all the time, and that was like 10 years ago. Hey, it's tough to maintain people.
All right, I'm gonna look up 100 most famous celebrities, and I'll give you a good one. I just
Oprah or who's that? Who's that lesbian lady with the black hair?
Whoopi
White
Goldberg.
lady. No.
Oh, Rosie O'Donnell.
Oprah or Rosie O'Donnell?
Rosie.
Yeah, she's got that softball energy in her.
She sure does. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Johnny Depp or Amber Heard?
Amber Heard.
I think so too. She's psycho and he seems frail.
I think Johnny Depp's got a lot of demons in him.
Uh-huh.
In this situation, it was like Amber Heard like beating him with him not. I think Johnny Depp off a bottle of wine and like an
Cocaine.
8 ball of cocaine.
Yeah.
He's gonna murder.
I mean, he had a jar of cocaine.
I mean, yeah. He was literally like Jack Sparrow in real life. And like everybody just talked about it at his trial and just like it was like giant jar of cocaine, a bottle of wine, a huge glass. I don't remember what he said, but it was funny.
Oh, mega pint?
Yeah. He was like, oh, just like a mega pint of wine. Like,
I
that's
bet
how
Johnny
he could
Depp's
be.
not a great dude either.
I bet he's a
he married
scumbag.
Amber Heard, who was nuts. Yeah, I bet he's a scumbag, but she was just so terribly bad.
Actually, I feel like Johnny Depp might just be like just carefree at this point.
Yeah, it was just
All he does is like paint elephants. That's weird. I think he just is like, he's like a less crazy Jim Carrey. Like Jim Carrey just wants to be left alone, but then you put a camera in front of Jim Carrey and he's like, they're all out there. Everybody's crazy. And we're all.
Yeah, I don't know. Jim Carrey seems nuts. All right. Tom Cruise or Chris Evans?
Are you stupid?
No.
Tom Cruise, 5'4".
He does his own stunts.
He's
like,
dead.
He's
Chris
nuts.
Evans is 6'4", does his own stunts.
Chris Evans isn't that tall. He's probably not taller than me.
He's your height.
All right. Well, he also.
Tom Cruise or Chris Evans, please. Maybe Chris Evans versus Chris Hemsworth.
All right. Morgan Freeman or Tom Hanks?
Morgan Freeman or Morgan Freeman.
Over Tom
He's
Hanks.
gonna die. That's I mean, like Morgan Freeman's like 90 compared to like Tom Hanks is like 60.
Oh,
high
okay. I think I
60s.
got a good one.
Okay.
Hugh Jackman versus Ben Affleck.
Affleck.
He's much taller and I feel like
Yeah.
younger.
I think Hugh Jackman is shockingly short, and also, I don't think he is Wolverine.
Will Smith
In real life.
or Chris Rock?
Will Smith.
Yeah,
Chris
that's
Rock.
why Chris Rock,
Chris
didn't
Rock
hit him
takes
back.
punches. He doesn't hit him.
That's true.
But Chris Rock has like a live thing on Netflix that is apparently like popular.
Russell Crowe or
Got a picture of that guy. Is he in, like
he's Zeus in the most recent Thor.
got him?
He's in Gladiator,
Got him.
but he's also been fat before. He
Got
plays
him.
Fat Russell, and he
I'm
has
just-
skinny
I
Russell.
picture. Is he in like Gladiator?
Yeah,
Did you just say that?
yeah, he's
Cool.
Beast in Gladiator.
I remember. I'm picturing that Russell Crowe.
Or Liam Neeson.
Neeson.
Wow.
Neeson's
I mean,
a
you're
tough guy.
picturing Gladiator Russell Crowe. I feel like that
but
almost
I'm
beats
picturing
everyone.
taking Neeson.
Oh, true. Okay.
Didn't Neeson get in some trouble at some point?
Oh, here's a good one. He got something.
like beat up a guy.
A specific kind?
Yeah, I think
A
I don't
gay
know.
guy?
No, I think like it was some like bar situation, and then Neeson just said some stuff he should not have said. But I don't
Racist?
know. I think it was maybe partially racist.
Okay, we might disavow Liam Neeson, but I need to
You're
see.
not welcome on the pod unless it's not true, and we start seeing you in movies.
All right. Jackie Chan, great one, or Mark Wahlberg.
Oof. You would think it'd be an easy one for Marky Mark.
An easy one. It's Jackie
Because
freaking
Jackie
Chan.
Chan's probably like 20 years older than him.
I'm gonna take Marky Mark though.
I'm gonna say Marky Mark as well, but Jackie Chan, like, if we're talking prime of each, then it's definitely Jackie Chan by a landslide. Jackie Chan was in like movies with Bruce Lee. He's OP.
All right, Keira Knightley.
Okay.
You know who that is Pirates of the Caribbean,
Yes.
or Natalie Portman.
Keira Knightley.
I would think Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman did look tough in
Thor, and Natalie Portman always seems frail.
Yeah.
I mean, Keira Knightley.
But I think Keira Knightley always seemed like she was relatively up there, height-wise. All right.
Oh,
let's
she's
end this
tall.
game.
But they actually play like the same character. In Star Wars, the first one that was in like the 2000s, they play like they switched places as the princess. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And one of them's the princess, and one of them's the other girl's name.
That's fine. All right, and now in this is Would You Rather, and the reason I came up with Would You Rather is because of the title of our movie, Andor.
Great one! Wow,
Yeah.
2 great games by you.
Yeah, it's all about the puns.
Did you
So
just?
this is Andor. So that's the title of this game, and the point is we're just gonna do some Would You Rather's, and they should be obvious. Me and Hudson did a lot of them. Would you rather live in a tree house or in a cave? Tree house.
Cave.
Tree cave. That's
Cave. I'm going cave.
Option C.
Cave.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It feels like a cave would be bigger.
It might be warmer.
Nicely insulated.
Yeah, I guess it would be both those things. Would you rather win $25,000 or your best friend win $100,000?
I gotta go best
there a
friend.
deal?
And I would hope
like, hey, bro.
my friend would hear about my
Give me-
good deed.
Give me $50,000, why don't you?
But I guess I gotta go friend. $25,000, that's gonna change my life. $100,000 is gonna get a lot closer.
Yeah, I could update the pod room.
Oh yeah, the pod room would be sick.
Oh man, there would be something there. Would you rather travel the world for free for a year or have $50,000 to spend however you please? Travel the world.
Yeah, I guess I'll go travel the world. Now, is that all expenses? Food, hotel, airplane?
Yeah.
Food,
it's gotta be
beverage?
For a whole year.
Oh my god, I would spend way more than
I'd be-
$50,000.
I would be
Yeah.
engorged. Oh. I would also go somewhere like, I'd be like, I Google search what was the most expensive places in the world.
Yeah.
I'd start there first.
For sure.
Yeah, I'd spend like $1 million.
I think I could spend $50,000 in 1 week at one
I'd spend
place.
it in a
Yeah,
night.
like I
I'd
could.
be like, drinks around me, and they'd be like, whoa, dude, we should have wrote this in the fine print.
Yeah,
Like, we can't.
yeah, that's cake.
Some of these are really dumb. Would you rather have Angelina Jolie's lips or Jennifer Aniston's hair? I mean, both just things I've thought about.
I'd have to go with her lips. I can't even picture Jennifer Aniston's hair.
I'm just gonna
She has
go
great
Jennifer
hair?
Aniston's hair. I mean, it probably looks like the same if I cut it with my hair.
But
I'd
Angelina
imagine.
Jolie's got great lips.
Yeah, but do you want those lips? I don't want those lips. Would you rather be in a zombie apocalypse or a robot apocalypse?
Zombie.
Easy. Robots.
They kicking your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, like zombie
You
apocalypse.
can't kill robots.
We're winning the zombie apocalypse. The robot apocalypse, we're losing.
Would you rather be alone all your life or surrounded by really annoying people?
Shit. Probably annoying people.
Yeah, I might have to go alone. Would you rather give up your cell phone for a month or bathing for a month?
I give up
Bathing.
my cell phone. Wow.
I mean, on a day-to-day, you need your cell phone, but also gross. I'm just thinking, with like the job, you got a wife with a daughter. You think you can be without your cell phone for a whole month?
I got an iPad.
Cheating.
I got a computer.
Spend a year entirely alone or a year without a home. What do you do?
But what? Huh?
Who's with you if you don't
Without
have
a home? Yeah. Well, hey, I got a whole group of people living with me on the streets.
Yeah.
No, I will go a year alone.
Buy all used underwear or use toothbrushes underwear.
Toothbrushes.
Really?
I'll put them in the dishwasher or something. Like underwear,
I'll
those
put
probably
underwear
got
in
holes
the
in
washer.
them and stuff.
Oh, I can't do teeth on teeth.
You're not touching your teeth to someone's teeth.
That's what it seems like to me. Have photographic memory or an IQ of 200? I'm going photographic.
I'm going IQ of 200. I don't even know what photographic memory means. Like,
Maybe like if I took a picture of this and it's question 70 through 87, then I would know which.
okay,
columns
I
are.
think that's what it. I get that's what it means, but I don't believe that exists.
I believe that exists. to
You
some
think
extent.
like someone could like leave and like
Look at this for 10 seconds, maybe read through all of them once, come back, and then give us the questions in a list.
why do they have to read it? I mean, they have photographs.
Sure,
Why don't
so
they
it's
photo
like,
it?
ka-ching.
Yeah, leave and then tell me the whole thing.
Maybe.
I just don't believe it, so I'd go
It's
with
like you
IQ
can't even
200.
focus on one question if you're just like,
Ching.
yeah. And then you got like zoom in your mind because imagine you're like,
I just don't believe it.
that'd
Like,
be crazy. I hope it's true for somebody. Lose the ability to read or lose the ability to speak.
lose the ability to read.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Yeah, probably. Would you rather smooch Chris Pratt,
Yeah, I
Chris
read this
Pine,
one.
Chris Evans, or Chris Hemsworth?
I didn't have an opinion on it. So
Chris Hemsworth. He's got to be the most handsome.
I think Chris Hemsworth or Chris Evans are the nice. Oh no, Chris Pratt. He's the nicest.
Yeah. Chris Pratt's the
just
most likable.
coolest guy.
Chris
Yeah.
Hemsworth's the most handsome.
He might have Alzheimer's.
I bet. Who does?
Hemsworth.
Why?
I just heard that he was taking a break from Marvel movies because he might have,
Alzheimer's.
or like early stages of dementia type.
Oh
shit.
no.
Here's a crazy thing I was thinking of. So Chris Hemsworth has early stages of dementia. He does 5 more Thor movies. He starts to get dementia. At some point, he just believes that he is Thor.
Oh, now that is pretty cool. Maybe that's actually what's happening.
Like that's why he's like, I gotta take a break.
Or maybe
like,
this
this is consuming too much of my life.
Maybe it's a cruel ploy to set you up for the next one where he has dementia.
Oh man, that'd be dark.
That would be dark.
Yeah, I don't want to see that Thor, but also I don't know what I want to see from Marvel anymore. All right, I think I'm about done with these.
Yeah.
Maybe like 1 or 2 more.
Yeah. Let's do 2 more.
All right, let's scroll. Would you rather hear a comforting lie or an uncomfortable truth? Uncomfortable truth.
Yeah, for sure. Easy.
Would you rather someone see all the photos in your phone or read all the text on all your text messages? 2 photos.
Yeah, photos.
All right, last one. These are kind of lame. Would you rather have police hunting you down for a crime you didn't commit or a serial killer actually hunting you? Now, I'm going to go serial killer hunting me.
I mean, if I didn't commit the crime, won't I just get off?
Yeah, like, why am I running?
Yeah.
It seems like I'm already, like...
Guilty of something.
Yeah, like OJ when he was on the police chase.
Yeah, I'm just
We all
running
knew
away.
he was innocent, but yet the cops still chased him.
Yeah. I'll go
All
with
right.
cops can chase me. I don't want to die by a serial killer. Feels like you'll get chopped to bits.
Yeah. I could kill one silly serial killer, though.
All right. Well, we will be next. We're gonna
Back
do
tomorrow.
yeah.
should
We're gonna do The Last of Us.
You might not... Oh, you should see. Are we going to hold on to this for a minute?
Yeah, this will come out on Thursday actually. So Last of Us will come out before.
Yeah, so
We'd
this is
love to
episode
start
16.
getting requests. I think I would rather not do pods like this anymore. I was gonna do this one, but like The Last of Us coming out episode by episode is quite nice, and then movie
Nice,
like
but they
just
don't
like
do that often anymore.
yeah, but it's too much to like time to give to this, you know.
Yeah, 12 episodes.
But sometimes they do HBO shows, like Ted Lasso.
Oh, is there like a new season of that supposed to be coming out soon?
Ted Lasso, I
Should
think
be.
maybe this year.
Better be.
Shrinking is coming out on Apple Plus. It looks pretty good.
I didn't watch the... I'll watch it.
Oh, you didn't watch the trailer that I
Yeah,
sent
just
you?
saw he looked old.
All right. Well, adios.